مرحبا. بهيدا الفيديو حبيت احكي عن ال speaking skills. In this video, I'd like to speak about speaking skills. So over here we have a rubric of different bands that we can use to measure your speaking fluency or speaking level. So this is commonly applied for the IELTS English examination. We could as well apply it, generally speaking, to Arabic, and it starts from 0 to the highest and most fluent level, which is level 9. So for example, if you look at the bottom, at 0, fluency and coherence is not at 10, so it's not there. At 1, no communication possible and no relatable language. At 2, pauses lengthily before most words and little communication is possible. So little communication, and that would be probably very new beginners introducing themselves, learning new vocabulary. They're producing some communication, but it's very little and limited. Produces isolated words or memorized utterances, and that's like beginners, like when you learn how to say good morning, good evening. It might be difficult to produce basic sentence form, and sometimes speech is unintelligible because you're still getting used to the sounds of the language. At level 3, you are speaking but with long pauses, limited ability to link simple sentences. So you might be able to speak, but you have to pause, and you might find it difficult to link your ideas together. And you're able only to give simple responses, frequently unable to convey the basic message. So your communication is not fluid. You're using simple vocabulary, such as giving personal information. You're speaking about familiar topics, but still your vocabulary is insufficient. You're attempting to make basic sentences, but with limited success, but you have to rely heavily on memorized utterances. So things that you memorize and you're trying to use exactly as they are, you will make a lot of errors, probably. Level number 4, you cannot respond without noticeable pauses. You speak slowly, frequent repetition, self-correction. You can link sentences, but with repetition of simple connectives and some breakdown in coherence. That's like now at probably at a lower intermediate level. So you're able to make better sentences. You have a better vocabulary, but you can still speak about familiar topics, but your ideas are still basic. And you're going to be making more errors. You could probably be moving on to unfamiliar topics, but you're going to be making more mistakes. So produces basic sentences and some correct simple sentences, but subordinate structures are rare. Errors are frequent, may lead to misunderstanding at times. A limited range of pronunciation, maybe some mispronunciation, which may cause difficulty for the learner. So or for the listener, sorry. So the listener might ask, what did you just say? Can you repeat? And so on. At level 5, you're improving. So you're maintaining a flow of speech, but you're still repeating sometimes, self-correcting. You're able to produce more complex communication. For example, you can speak about familiar now and unfamiliar topics with a limited vocabulary. You can paraphrase as well with mixed success. So sometimes it's a hit and miss. You are good at something, but sometimes you find, oh, what have I done now? What did I just say? You know, I totally messed it up. But then at other times, oh, wow, I'm doing really well. And that's, I think, at the lower or mid-intermediate level. So reasonable accuracy, trying to test the complex structures and, you know, trying to improve yourself. So you're on the right track over here. So it's really good when you're at this stage, you can build on and get to the next levels, obviously 6, 7, 8, and up to 9, which is speaks fluently with only rare repetition or self-correction, or any hesitation is only to find words, or grammar is more content related than finding words or grammar. So the hesitation that you might show is like natives. You're just trying to think of the content rather than it's about the grammar or the words. You have the vocabulary, you have the words, you know the verb. It's just trying to articulate yourself. And that's the most fluent level. And that's what ultimately any language speaker is aiming to. So this is a rough idea. You can pause the screen and read slowly each and every item, and probably try and think, where am I on this hierarchy? Am I somewhere in the bottom here, in the middle? Where am I, and how to improve? So this is level 0, 1, 2, 3. We've discussed 4, 5, 6 as well. So the main areas for speaking that you want to focus on, obviously, is fluency. So how easy or is it for you to speak? Is it does it flow? Do you have to stop? Are you repeating yourself a lot, correcting yourself a lot? How fast and how efficiently and easy you can express yourself? Hesitations. Are you able to use connectives and discourse markers? Linking words. How able you are to develop a topic. So taking a simple topic and building on and using more complex vocabulary. And I'm going to touch that in a bit. Vocabulary. So you want to use a range of vocabulary, not just like basic. You want to build on your vocabulary. You want to use the accurate vocabulary, not just any type of random vocabulary. It has to be relevant and accurate. You want to learn to use some idioms, idiomatic vocabulary, or collocation. You want to be able to paraphrase what you heard or you read. Grammar-wise, simple and or complex structures. So you need to have fluency and ability, skills in both. Flexible use, mistakes and impact on understanding. So you want to make sure that you're understood, you're using the right grammar. Pronunciation-wise, it's really important in Arabic because of all the tricky sounds. You're going to be able to use a range of features, control of features, and easy to understand. So when you speak, it's not just that I can speak Arabic, but is it intelligible? Is the other person able to understand what you're saying, or is it what you think you can speak? So you have to work on your pronunciation. And one of the exercises that I love telling my students to do is speaking out loud, repeating after an Arabic speaker. If you have a listening clip or video, pause and repeat out loud and try to match as much as you can what you heard from the speaker. What you could do for speaking, record yourself practicing, and that's what we actually do in the Telegram group in the inner circle. Is you learn, obviously, the modules, the course modules online. They're there, they're recorded, it's self-paced, you can do it any time. And we do the weekly conversational meetups where we're doing speaking sessions that we practice together, and you get feedback. And every day in the Telegram group, you get like a selection of topics for the week that you can choose from. You can record yourself, choose one of the topics that I send, time yourself, prepare for a minute before, and then aim to record yourself speaking spontaneously after that for 2 minutes. So it's important that you time yourself, because now you're thinking you have a certain amount of time. You're going to be able to see, am I hesitating? Am I stopping a lot? Am I repeating myself a lot? Am I correcting myself a lot? And then we are able to figure out where you are on the scale and how to improve and how to help and set realistic goals. After you've recorded yourself, listen to yourself and look back at the band descriptors and try to figure out where you are. You can also transcribe or write out what you said. to get more accurate feedback. And obviously, when you send it in Telegram, I will respond as soon as possible within office hours, obviously, and weekdays, to let you know one-on-one, to let you know the exact feedback, any mistakes that you've done, what you can work on. Try and see what you did well and where you need to improve. And obviously, go back, not just, I've had the feedback, that's it. Rewrite it and try to say it again with the correction, with the feedback. That's super, super important. Otherwise, we haven't done much. Then you have to go back and correct yourself with the feedback. So let's say, for example, there's a speaking topic, which was this week about describing people. For example, someone sent in a description about the looks, about the personality. We could go a step ahead from the very simple, basic beginners, like she's tall, she's got blonde hair, she's got brown eyes. We could probably say who they are, how you met them, or how you know them, or where you met them. Is there a story behind it? Feelings, how they make you feel, how you feel about them. Personality-wise as well, we could use a more advanced vocabulary. We can use adverbials, like extremely friendly or very friendly. Are they an introvert? Are they an extrovert? So try to get out of your shell or think outside the box. What are the vocabulary that I don't know in Arabic that I could possibly learn? Their appearance as well. Use more adverbials. Try to use elatives, and for example, like rather tall, taller, they're the tallest in their class, etc. So we're trying to build fluency by challenging ourselves, literally building on with more complex structures, more advanced vocabulary. And if you can't do it the first time, once you've timed yourself, you can actually prepare that afterwards and record yourself again. Some more examples of how you could work on that topic as well. Say, for example, what their job is, the role, what kind of relationship you have. Are they your boss, your ex-boss, your colleague, workmate, classmate? So different types of vocabulary. And for example, you can describe how you felt when you met them or something like that. Like, I was excited to see them, ecstatic, thrilled, delighted, over the moon. So using idioms, trying to use colloquial, very colloquial words or terms. So trying to think outside the box, trying to build your vocabulary and fluency to get to the higher bands of speaking. So going back, you want to jump from normally when students start out there somewhere here, or that when they come to me at a lower intermediate level. And obviously the goal is to get you to the highest band that you get. And this is some of the strategies that we can use to work on your speaking. So hopefully this was useful. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Shukran. Thank you.